In this video, I will show you the classic explainer video script writing formula. And don't take this the wrong way. It's not called classic because it's outdated or anything like that. It's actually so good that over 95% of all the good explainer videos out there use some form or variation of this formula. If you're not aware of this or are not using the simple steps, you're missing out on a lot of video engagement because people will simply stop watching your video. My name is Eduard Stinga, founder of Videoplasty, and over the years I've produced hundreds of explainer videos for companies all over the world. And in this video, I'm super excited to share with you the 4 simple steps you have to follow. Let's get started. Now, of course, script writing and copywriting in general are way more complex than this, and you're not going to be able to become world-class after watching a 10-minute YouTube video. The point of this classic explainer video script formula is to give you an introduction and a guideline that you can follow. Think of it as a crash course that will make your video scripts better than most videos out there. Alright, so basically around 95% of all the good explainer videos out there can be boiled down in those 4 simple steps. Step number 1, the problem. Here's where you introduce the problem and you show empathy with the viewer's suffering. Step number 2, solution. Introduce your product or service as the magic solution. Step number 3, how it works. Explain how you're going to address the aforementioned problems and demonstrate why your product or service is the best fit. And last but not least, it's step number 4, the call to action. Tell the viewer what to do next. You think you can follow that as well? Perfect. Let's get started. Step number 1, the problem. I would argue that this is probably the most important part of the video. The reason for that is that people don't usually buy something to seek pleasure. They do it to avoid pain. Pain is the greatest motivator. It's pretty silly, but that's how it works. Just think about it. Like, for example, you never thought about buying a WordPress plugin to secure your website until you got hacked or got a virus. I mean, you knew it was a good idea to do it, but you didn't do it until it was absolutely necessary to do it. Anyway, in this part of the video, you want to introduce the problem to demonstrate empathy with the viewer's suffering. What this does, it makes the viewer relate to the problem and say, oh, that's exactly my problem. Or, that's exactly what I'm going through right now. How did you know? This way they feel compelled to keep watching the video, which increases your video engagement and the likelihood that they will watch the entire video. Because now the video is about them. Because they want to stop having that problem. It's simple. If you started straight away and said something like, hey, we got this WordPress plugin and it does this and optimize your website, nobody cares what you do. Really. Let that sink in for a second. Unless there's something in it for them, people are not gonna keep watching your video. If all you talk about is you, your product, your services, that's not gonna relate to them. Another reason why this is so powerful is that it establishes you as an authority in the field. Why? Because only an expert in a certain area is going to know exactly what the viewer is going through and what sort of problems they have. This adds a lot of bonus points to your credibility. Because we want to buy something from someone who knows exactly what they're doing and what they're talking about. And step number 2, the magic solution. All human beings want the shortcut, the instant solution to their problems. But life is not that black and white, and of course, the devil is in the details. After agitating the problem long enough and covering all the various pain points, it's time to bring in the solution. It's basically like an emotional roller coaster. First you go down and things are looking pretty bad, it's dark and gloomy, but then there's hope. But you don't just reveal the solution straight away. If possible, first you tease the solution. And one way to do this is to talk about other solutions and how even those aren't actually the right option for you right now. But what if there was another thing that worked exactly like this and this? Actually, if you do this right, you want to frame this as this is the only solution to their problem. And to do that, you have to know that people are guided by a lot of cognitive fallacies. flaws in our reasons and patterns of thinking that are not based on reason, but on other deep and ingrained emotions such as fear or the need for security. So one of the things that people still fall for, and I still do as well, is the cognitive fallacy of polarized thinking. In other words, we place people or persons in either or categories, with absolutely no shades of gray, allowing for the complexity of most situations and persons. It's our certainty bias. So when we start introducing the solution, we want it to sound like the actual real solution for their problem, not the maybe this will work solution. Because working with you is the simple, magical solution. And step number 3, how it works. Here's the thing. At this point, the viewer is fairly invested in your idea, but he's not sold on it yet. So let's do that. People want to know how things are done, and they want to understand what you will do for them. So tell them, lead them through the entire process. And you get bonus points if you can actually chunk it down in 3 steps or phases. As human beings, we just love to simplify things in 3 simple steps. For whatever reason, it simply works. But here's the point. It doesn't matter if what you do is super complex and it actually takes 43 steps to go through what you do. At this point, it's just an overview, so there's no need to go into that many details. So if you do something that's very complex, just oversimplify it into 3 simple steps, such as step number 1, download our free app. Step number 2, create an account. Step number 3, click start and just sit back and relax while the app is doing all the work for you. Something along those lines. The how-to is intended to reaffirm the easiness that you are going to bring into their lives. So don't make it complex, make it easy. And last but not least, step number 4, super important, the call to action. When people know that you are talking to them, that you can solve their problems, that you can make it easy for them and it will fulfill their emotional needs, it's time to take action. But you have to understand one thing. People like to be told what to do next. You can't just expect people online to act on their own and do the exact thing that you want them to do. And that is where the call to action comes into place. A lot of people actually skip this part, which is very bad for their video. You have to sit and think about your call to action quite a lot. Because people don't just buy a product straight away unless it's something that they really need or were actually looking for at that particular moment. And an explainer video is just a small piece of content, usually around 60 to 120 seconds long, and it's very hard to get a direct sale straight from the explainer video. But that's not the point. So a hard call to action such as buy now is unlikely to work. So an explainer video is there to create some awareness and build some interest for the viewer to spend more time finding out more about your product or company in order to reach a buying decision. Just like closing a sale in real life, an explainer video is just the first part of the interaction. You have to build a relationship. When you invite them to book a free demo, read further, download your free analysis, or start a free trial, they will trust you more. Because you're not instantly trying to sell them, you're just building value. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. It's a very good foundation for your next explainer video script. It's a classic formula that you simply cannot go wrong with. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And make sure to subscribe to this channel for more video content like this by clicking the button below this video. And now, I'd like to turn it over to you. What's the number one thing that you learned? Is it the importance of the call to action or touching on the pain points of your target audience? Let me know by leaving a comment below this video right now. And if you'd like to get a custom-made, high-quality explainer video done by a company that produced hundreds of explainer videos for businesses all over the world, be sure to check our website, have a look over our portfolio, and get in touch by using the link below this video. So what are the things that people still fall for? Another reason why this is so powerful is that the point of this classic explainer formula is to give you a guideline.